So I'm standing in a beautiful garden. I'm here with Kevin Vaughn, who, Kevin, you are a plant breeder extraordinaire, at least to me you are. And we are going to be talking about one specific plant today. Tell me what that is.
These are Sempervivum.
Sempervivum.
Most people know them as Hens and Chickens or Houseleeks.
So before we jump into this, because it's an amazing thing you've got going on here, tell me, Sempervivum,
right.
Hens and Chicks, the other names are like echeverias. We get all those confused.
Right.
Define them for me a little.
Okay, they're all succulents. They all belong to the big group Crassulaceae, but the Sempervivum all originated in the Alps of Europe. They form a rosette type of plant, and they stay low to the ground, and they produce offsets, and they live forever.
Okay.
They're very easy plants.
And so then how
very hardy too.
Yeah, because if they're in the Alps, that's
right.
got to be up there high and at least cold.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they'll survive zone 2 even, yes.
So what is it why your passion with these? What is it that you do to get the seedlings started?
Well, of course, I make crosses between varieties, and I have in my head some idea of something I want to create. Let's say something that's a red that's the size of a football. So I might cross a very large green one and a large red one and hope to get what I want. And
so Kevin, you're not just randomly pulling, you actually understand the science of this though, right?
Most of it.
So you're looking for like traits from two different plants that you think would be cool if they somehow merge.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct, yes.
And then how do you go from there when you find those?
So after you make the cross, the seed head dries and you collect the seed, and then you just plant the seed in a pot like this here.
Oh my God, that looks like almost like I would probably weed that out.
Yeah, most people
like
do. Yeah, they're not very exciting. They're just little green, little bumps.
And how long did it take the seeds to do this?
They germinate in about two weeks, and these are about probably another 2 weeks old.
Really?
So, but the amazing thing is that in 1 year's time, after you roll them out, this is 1 year's time.
This is just 1 year's growth of those.
Exactly. It's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. And then once they get here, these are a year old.
Right.
What is your process from there then?
Okay, then we look over the entire bed and we decide which of the ones are the most special, and I give them numbers at that point.
Uh-huh.
And then they're evaluated further, and if they pan out for several seasons, they get a name.
And what do you mean special? What is special to you? What you look
Something
for?
that's unique. I like to have a person go into the garden and say, "Oh,
yeah,
I know that plant because it's blank."
And I've done that today as we walked around here.
Right. Yeah. So something that's really unique and so something that's incredibly special. Something that people really want to buy.
Yeah.
So.
And then after, define a few seasons, 3, 4, 6. What is
it depends. Usually it's just 2 or 3 for Semps. They're fairly quick. They make a nice clump, and you can tell pretty quickly whether it's going to be a nice plant or not.
And then that's not the finish. You take them out and put them somewhere else once you choose them, right?
Correct. Then a nursery will take over the whole process, and they'll propagate, and I get a royalty check at the end of the year.
Nice. Now, but you do have some that we're going to go to a different place that are actually named varieties.
Correct.
So let's walk over there now. Okay, Kevin, this is what you call your selection bed.
Correct.
So tell me about these plants and how did they make it here for you?
Okay, these are ones that I selected initially as a 1-year seedling as being something interesting. And then after it grew into a clump, it's continued to look good. And it has good health. I don't want a plant on the market that's a poor grower.
Sure.
And also has to be incredibly distinctive. So like this one right here is patent leather shoes. I've been trying to get something near black, and here it is.
And you're so close. And then the added bonus for me as just a regular consumer would be that dark color edged in that light green. It's stunning. I can see why you picked that. Show me another one that you really like.
Well, this is the Big 6-0. When I hit the Big 6-0 2 years ago, I decided we needed a Semp to celebrate that, and here it is. And it does get quite big. It'll get to about 8 or 9 inches across. These are smaller offsets here, but it's a brilliant red color.
It is. It's not that kind of dark purpley, dusky red that you see in the darker ones. That is a very rich color.
And here's one I'm having fun with. This is a very unusual form of Sempervivum. It's called a fasciate form.
And that can happen in all kinds of nature, can't it?
That's right. That's
Fascinating.
right. Yes. And here the meristem actually is a line rather than a point or a dome.
So cool.
And I made one as a child that was called Fuzzy Wuzzy, but it's very small. And this is like a giant version of Fuzzy Wuzzy.
And so can you then, this will be what continues to grow if you're lucky?
Yes, and so this is one that will probably go on the market in the next several years. So.
And when you say go on the market, it's not like I can run to Fred Meyer or someplace and get one of these right now. These take time to get there.
No, these are mostly sold through specialty nurseries.
Because you're not a wholesaler or a grower or any of that.
No, it's a one-man operation.
Just a one-man operation.
That's
and
right.
So Kevin, how long have you been doing this?
Well, I started when I was 9.
Oh my!
Yeah. My neighbor was a plant breeder, and she was out crossing these, and I rode my bike by, and I pulled my bike in the driveway and watched what she was doing. And she says, "Come back tomorrow. You can do your own crosses," and I did, and 2 of those plants from those first day of crossing came on the market.
Wow.
And so it's been a lifetime of fun ever since.
Well, and one of the things that I love about these is at a glance from a distance, they might look very similar. They're not. There's so many intricate differences in so many of these plants. So the next time you're out in a garden center and you're looking at these plants, think in the future, that might be one that came right out of his backyard. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Thank you, William.